Let's give you a challenge then. Let's say I'm the owner of a glamp ground. We've got 20 yurts. We're in, I don't know, Michigan, and we want someone. I'm not very good with computers. I don't know about marketing. I want someone like you to come in and help us with our marketing and really bring in guests to get us off the ground. So, what would you do?
So I think the strategy really depends on, looking at whether this is a new park location that we're talking about who is building these things from scratch and doesn't have an existing brand in place, or they have an existing brand and they're looking to add these units. So I guess I'll piece it from both sides and give more of a complete answer. Depending on who might be listening, different aspects might apply to different people. So let's talk about first, if they're a new park owner or there's somebody who's trying to develop this, maybe they purchased the land, maybe they're starting to work with somebody like you guys to do the feasibility study and understand what that looks like, and you're ready to move on to that next step, connect with people who can build it, and put that into place. The first thing that I would recommend is to create a logo and a brand. That's really where all good marketing campaigns, in my opinion, start from that foundation. It's anything from developing what that logo or icon looks like, what are your color choices, any messaging that you're looking to push, and getting that in place first. I mean, when you think about your logo, it's something that's going to be on all of your signage, on every other piece of marketing that we're going to be putting out there. We're going to start from that foundation. And those elements combined can often help inform us on what the other things that we're going to do will look like. Along with a logo, I would also recommend creating what's called a buyer persona, which essentially is just looking at, that's a fancy way of saying, just identify who are the people that are going to be staying in these glamping tents. Is it people that are traveling who are going to come for 1 or 2 nights and then leave? Are these people coming from the cities that are going to come for a destination park like yours, who are looking to relax for a weekend or a week? That's going to depend a lot about what type of marketing we're going to be putting out there. And really, you want to capture that in the logo and the messaging and the things that you're putting out there. So I would start with that first. Once we get past that, and let's say you've got an existing logo and a brand set up already, you may still need to refine that messaging and that buyer persona, but at least you've got a foundation to start from. Next thing I would suggest is you've got to make sure that we can get one traffic channel really dialed in to bring in more customers. And I would really recommend starting with one. Some people would recommend starting with a lot of different things and trying to get a website up and running, and your social media and online advertising and an email campaign, and trying to get everything rolling at once. I would sort of reverse that and say, let's get started with one traffic channel that really works, that we can depend on, that you can bring people into your world, so to speak. They can give you information, or you can get them to book, and we can get that consistent first before we try launching something else. So for us, that typically looks like web and developing a really great website right away that you're able to bring in that traffic and collect information. So even if it's a really simple website where you use a website builder like GoDaddy, or partner with an agency like ours to get something running, where you might offer pictures and updates of the glamping units as they're going up, sort of the progress along the way, and collecting people's information right from the beginning. So you want to make sure that you're building that database and you've got that information to be able to go back when it's time to start selling, or when it's time, to collect the reservations and reach out to those people. So that's really the foundational steps that I would recommend if they're a new glamping park owner and looking to get started. I was really focused on what's the logo and the branding look like, dial up one traffic channel first, and then begin to build other pieces on top of that.
I'd really echo that comment as well about marketing before you actually open your doors. My business partner, Callum, he started his own glamping business back in 2018. He's got 2 sites of his own in the UK already, and he's got more in the pipeline. And the big factor to his initial success for his first site was he started marketing months and months before he opened his doors. He was updating on Instagram, what color kettle should I get for each glamping pod? What should this look like? What should that look like? And it's really gathering an audience who sort of felt a sense of loyalty as well, because they're contributing to the decisions that were being made in the start of this glamping business. And it allowed him to take bookings before he even opened his site. So, people were booking a month or 2 in advance, and that, gave them a little bit of extra cash to sort of finish the job as well. And it just led to a really strong occupancy rate from day one. I think there were, 70 or 80% in the first few months straight away, which is, pretty good for a new glamping business. And so, do not be afraid to start your marketing before you open your doors, 100%.
Exactly. And people often forget about that, and that it can be an engaging customer experience even along the way. You might look at a pile of dirt on the ground that went from a flat piece of nothing to building up your pads, or actually installing concrete footings to put the glamping accommodations in. but people see that as progress and they're going to get excited along the way. So even the smallest things that you can do and share on there, you can really engage your customers. And to that point further with the web stuff, a lot of this work takes time, especially if you're working with an agency who's going to really work hard to drive that traffic from the beginning and make sure that you can get those advanced reservations. I mean, SEO can take between 30 and 90 days, if not longer, sometimes for competitive keywords to get up and running. So if we're just starting to do that sort of work and look at how do we create a website that works with your reservation system, that is mobile friendly, that's well designed, that your customers can actually use, and put all that up and running. If we start when you open, you might not see any great return on that until 30, 60, 90 days from now. So getting that foundation up and running from the beginning, is key to success in a lot of ways, so that you've already got momentum going into your opening day.